Well, I went up to a farmer's house to beg a bite to eat. They fed me on some pork and beans and pie and coffee sweet. They said, now listen, Bill, I sure did feed you good. Won't you step out in my backyard and cut a stack of wood? Oh, you ain't talking to me. You ain't talking to me. I might be crazy and all like that, but I got good sense, you see. You ain't talking to me. You ain't talking to me. Well, you fed me good, but I can't chop wood. You ain't talking to me. My wife had ups and downs all through our married life. One day she says to me, Bill, let's stop this sorrow and strife. We were walking by the lake one evening about dusk. She says, come on, let's drown ourselves, no one will grieve for us. Oh, you ain't talking to me. You ain't talking to me. I may be crazy and all like that, but I got good sense, you see. You ain't talking to me. You ain't talking to me. When the lake runs dry, it's time to die. You ain't talking to me. Buddy Jake, one bright sunshiny day, we ran into a big old bear and he would not go away. Now Jake, he says to me, we need some help, it's clear. I'll go back and get the boys and you just stay right here. Oh, you ain't talking to me. You ain't talking to me. I may be crazy and all like that, but I got good sense, you see. You ain't talking to me. You ain't talking to me. You hold the gun, I'd rather run. You ain't talking to me. I may be crazy and all like that, but I got good sense, you see. You ain't talking to me. You ain't talking to me. Well, you fed me good, but I can't chop wood. When the lake runs dry, it's time to die. You hold the gun, I'd rather run. You ain't talking to me. Well, thank you. That number is older than anybody here. I don't remember where it came from. It's I didn't write it, and I know that a lot of you would be misled by that because, frankly, it sounds like something I might have written if I'd had a good day. There's a lot of truth in the narrative and all those kinds of things. In fact, it's almost one of those weird little synchronicity deals. As if the song had been written 80 years ago, waiting for me to come along. Well, let's see. What do you want to pick, Jake? Let's pick one.
I don't know.
Well, we could do the one on the list.
Yeah. Major chord. You major chord?
I'm not going to do that. Let's pick some.
All right.
How about one of the ones I wrote?
All right.
I wanted to give a plug to Jake's band. Jake's playing with a band out of Boston these days called Joy Kills Sorrow. Anybody ever hear Joy Kills Sorrow? Yeah. I really liked their older mandolin player that left. It was a funny thing when I first went out to hear him. Joe Walsh, who some of you play bluegrass know Joe Walsh. The funny thing about Joe Walsh is that his tone and Jake's tone are as close as anybody. I almost can't tell on some of the stuff with their tone. Once it gets into the glow in the dark stuff, I can tell it's Jake. But they replaced a real good mandolin player with my favorite mandolin player, and Joy Kills Sorrow. It's true though. It's true. So they'll be actually, the next time, Jake is home here for a week and then he goes back east, but they will be at Beavergrass in Corvallis, which is, I think, the third weekend. It's around the early 20s, or 20 or the 21st of August. So they'll be back out west there. They'll be playing Colorado Folks Festival and then Freight and Salvage in San Francisco and then up to Beavergrass. So if you happen to want to get down to a bluegrass festival, you can't get much closer than that. You know, we're talking just 90 minutes to get to a good bluegrass festival. If you want to go to one in July, the Stevenson, Washington, just out the gorge, just a hop, skip, and a jump, I can be there from my house in under 2 hours. So it's called the Columbia Gorge Bluegrass Festival, Stevenson, Washington. You ought to get out. I mean, there's not, you know, you can go to the Schnitzer someplace and pay $60 for a ticket and you can't see anybody. You can go to a bluegrass festival and you can be there for 2 days for $75 or $80. It's just a real deal, and you get to see some wonderful musicians. And you get to go up and say howdy if that's the way. Let's see. Let's try this Down Old 51.